listening to
Your man Slick back behind the wood, the open bar. Yeah. St. Patrick's Day weekend. Hope you had a decent St. Patrick's Day and you're not too hungover, or maybe you are, or you will be. And I'm sure there will be plenty of Western New Yorkers calling in sick Monday as I record this late Sunday night, Monday morning. So how the hell are you? It's been a little while since we did the last podcast. Of course, the Bills were busy in free agency. It looks like they shored things up, so to speak, besides DJ Moore, who actually refreshingly seems like a normal person. He doesn't seem like one of these diva-type wide receivers. So he's pretty psyched about being here, he says, and he can't wait to see somebody jump through a table. He wants to witness that. So I think we can definitely make that happen for you, DJ. All you got to do is score some touchdowns and take the heat off the other receivers. This should open things up for Shakir. This should help Kincaid. They just, of course, signed an extension to Knox, which, hey, we've got two pretty good tight ends locked up here now. Probably one of the best tight end duos in the league. That's if Kincaid stays healthy. The other important thing was, of course, they re-signed Connor McGovern for a lot cheaper than like what the Raiders paid. Outrageous for that center. I think we're paying him about $13 million a year. And, of course, they couldn't keep the guard. They had to let him go. Edwards. He took big money to go to the Saints. So you just couldn't afford to keep both of them. And, you knew the center was more important. I mean, he's the quarterback of the offensive line. He would have got big money, too, had he gone out on the free agent market. So there's still some people they haven't signed. We don't know what's going to happen with, A.J. Epineza. We don't know what's going to happen with Milano, Tre'Davious White. And I don't think Bose is going to be back. I don't think he's going to be back. I know I was singing his praises last year, and he was good. He was playing damn good, but he tailed off at the end and kind of disappeared. Whether he was banged up or not, I don't know. Maybe that could account for his play there towards the end, or maybe he just wore down. So probably Bose is not going to be back now that they signed Bradley Chubb. That was the other big signing we didn't mention, who came from the Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins, the scum-sucking Miami Dolphins. Had 8.5 sacks last year and was a consistent force for the Fish. And the Bills signed him to a $43 million 3-year contract. So, yeah, there's no way Bosa is going to come back and they're going to pay him too. And besides that, who knows? He may have pissed his last drop. So it'll be interesting to see how this all comes together. They got the new defensive coordinator, Jim Leonard. How are the players going to fit in this new mold? And of course, you got some free agents, like I said, that they may re-sign or they may not. They may fit in, they may not. And then, of course, we got the draft coming up here at the end of May. They have no second-round pick because they gave it up for C.J. Moore. However, they still have a first and third-round pick. I did hear a rumor, and it's probably nothing to it, but there was a rumor that Ed Oliver could be traded, which, saying that he didn't fit into the new system. Or, something like that. I mean, I don't even know what the source is on this or where the hell I heard it, so I'm not going to say it. That's why I said it's a rumor I heard somewhere. But that would be interesting. That would be a way they could get their second-round pick back. And don't forget, they need a nose tackle if they are going with this 3-4 as a defensive switch. You got to have a big nose tackle like we had when we had Ted Washington. However, those type of dudes don't grow on trees, or even back when we had Smurlus was a great nose tackle. Somebody that could tie up two people and let the linebackers flow and make the play. I'm looking forward to the draft. I haven't really, boned up on it too much this year, but I'll read up on it, catch a couple of All-Star games, and twist a few joints up, and I'll get I'll get my opinion, my for what it's worth opinion on a few of this year's prospects that the Bills probably won't draft, but I'll do it anyways because I have no life.
They're eating the dog.
Yes, and now it is time for, I know, yours and mine, our favorite part of the program, the Trump Report. Yes, it is time to check in on America's genius and greatest president of all time, Donald Trump, who we have now been at war with Iran for 17 days. And now Trump isn't looking like such the genius now that Iran has shut down the Mimosa Strait. Mimosa is a weed strain, you idiot. Shows you where my reading is at. Anyways, so this whole thing has become a fucking mess. So they've got the Hormuz Strait shut off. It is surrounded on three sides. Iran surrounds it on all three sides. And, they're not letting any ships through that they don't want to go through. And they're doing it on the cheap using these drones and these mines that they put in the water. Now, Pete Hegseth and our genius Defense Department that we have minesweepers in the Navy. We have 4 of them, but none of them are, of course, around anywhere near to help out with this situation. You would think, had they planned for this, the Trump administration planning, they would have definitely known if they had any fucking brains that Iran was going to pull this shit, that they would try to close off and shut down the flow of oil. 20% of the world's oil goes through the Hormuz Straits. So now you're going to see the price of oil and gas is skyrocketing, the price of oil, and it's just a fucking mess. And now Trump, asshead that he is, who has treated our allies like dog shit, all the while kissing Vladimir Putin's ass at every turn, rolling out the red carpet for him, right? I mean, that's his man crush. Vladimir Putin, the guy that murders people, the dictator, the guy that poisons his political opponents and makes journalists disappear. This is who Donald Trump aspires to be. It is making things great for Russia because the price of oil is going up and they need that oil money to continue to, have money to fight Ukraine. So now we're asking Ukraine for help with some of their anti-drone technology. And they're saying, well, yeah, okay, what are you going to do for us? Right? We're going to want some of your stuff because that's how Trump played with them. This is the problem when you're a dick to everybody and now we need help. And now he's out there asking all these countries for help, including China, which they're not going to get involved. Nobody wants to get involved in this. It's going to turn into a mess. This is going to be another quagmire. It's not working as planned. The Ayatollah's kid is now in charge, and he's just as insane as the original Ayatollah. And, they've still got a good part of the country that backs him. Yeah, there's people that like to see him, are glad to see him dead. But they're not going to poke their head out and get assassinated. And it's just a fucking mess. And now, where do we go from here? There's no end game that Trump, and he's pissed off. He's ragging on the press, the media, because they're not cheerleading his war. And they're reporting the facts. And he can't even answer himself. They asked him, when do you know it'll be over? He's like, when I feel it in my bones. Well, what the fuck does that mean? It's really scary that we have these people in charge of the country. And then they're making videos, like a video game, blowing shit up like they're fucking kindergartners, these fucking people. And we bombed that school over there. Okay, maybe it was a mistake. But, you don't try to make up some bullshit. What did Trump say that they had? Iran blew the school up themselves with one of their Tomahawk missiles, or that's what he suggested or implied. Everybody's got them. Everybody's got them. No, not everybody has Tomahawk missiles. There's like 3 countries that have them. And they ain't one of them. So, yeah, it's just I don't see this ending anytime soon. Inflation's going to go up because the price of fuel is going up. And why did he do this? This was this was Israel. Netanyahu's been wanting to do this forever, to attack Iran. Because why? Because he wants to stay out of fucking jail. Because he's got corruption charges and everything else, trials that he has to go be present at. I mean, he's in some deep shit. And keeping a war going forever keeps him in office. So I don't know, maybe Trump is trying to take a page out of his playbook. Maybe that's what it is. Trump, he's just delusional. He's just delusional. And he's surrounded by the most inept, stupid people. I mean, all these people do is clap like a seal. Rubio wearing the big shoes. I mean, it's just, they got to kiss his ass. And if Donald Trump, you listen to what happened with the FCC jerk off that runs the FCC. Trump complains about the media coverage. He tweets it out on his little fucking X thing. And the next thing you know, his minions, they must sit there by his X account and watch to see if, what their duty is for the day. It's incredible. So now this asshole is threatening to take away the FCC. I can't think of his name because I'm so unimpressed with him. He is threatening to take away the licenses of media outlets if they don't get in line with the Trump propaganda. I guess they want everybody to be like Fox News. And that's what's going to happen. But you know what? Traditional media is dying. Nobody gives a shit. Network television, it's dying off. People are watching, they're watching shit on YouTube. I mean, they're watching when they want to watch. They're streaming things. So, yeah, same thing with radio. I mean, there's just so many options for people that I don't know how influential they're going to be. Of course, the same thing happened at CBS. It's going to happen with the acquisition of Warner Brothers. Netflix backed out, and that right-wing puke, I can't think of his name, some billionaire asshole, is going to buy it. And he's a friend of Trump's. It's going to be right. They're going to twist it into it. They want everything to be like Fox News, like state TV, like they have in Russia. So, but yeah, these allies, they're just waiting in line after you slap tariffs on them and insult them and tell them you're going to invade their country and they're a declining empire and all the shit that he has said about our allies. And I just let them fucking twist in the wind if I was them. I mean, I really would. Although it is going to affect them too. But it's Donald Trump's making. This was a war of choice. This was not necessary. Iran was not close to building a bomb. As a matter of fact, didn't he tell us a couple months ago that we obliterated their nuclear program and now all of a sudden they're 2 weeks away from making a bomb? Come on. This is just bullshit. And the word is that the discussions between Iraq and the United States were actually going good. They had one of the Iran guys on TV, one of the ambassadors or whatever, and he said, yeah, the talks are going pretty good. We're going to go back and talk again. And so they're thinking, yeah, these talks, okay. It wasn't we were going to get everything we wanted, but it was going to be better than the deal that Obama had, allegedly. But instead of continuing on with that approach, Trump just decides to fucking bomb them. Just incredibly stupid. And no exit strategy. Don't know what's next. Asking for help, begging for help. We look like assholes. We really do. But you'll be happy to know that Donald Trump has moved up in the Forbes richest billionaires. That's right. He has moved up. Are you ready for this? Since he's been president, he has moved up in this last year 55 places. Woo! Woo! So Forbes magazine, which does the top billionaires, They peg Trump's fortune at $6.5 billion. That's up $1.4 billion from a year ago, moving him to number 645 on its global billionaires list. Now, if you could only find somebody to spank him in the ass with a copy of it.
He's got a lot of problems.
So the biggest driver is Trump's crypto scam that he's got going, which is kind of like legal money laundering. And the way that it's not regulated, you could get people from other countries that want to influence Trump. Like, what do you think these people that are getting out on that he's pardoning? A lot of these people have put money into his crypto scheme, and he's then pardoning them. But the biggest one was the 49% that was bought by a UAE royal sheikh, Al Nahyan, bought 49% of World Liberty Financial, which has generated an estimated $550 million from token sales, plus around $200 million from selling him the technology, the ship technology, which the UAE will probably end up sharing with China. So, and then, of course, he's got all the other deals, the real estate scams and whatnot going on. And the kids have now started a drone company, Eric and Don. And, there's a war, so they're going to get the contract for that. And these conservatives were bitching. Hunter Biden makes $1 million a year working for the Burisma company. $1 million. Like, it's a big fucking deal. They're grifting billions here. And they're making deals left and right. And to think that Jimmy Carter sold his peanut farm, right? Sold his peanut farm because he didn't want to have any conflicting interest. And Trump has just, done everything but put a for sale sign on the White House. So, yeah, good for him. The lunch is on you, Donnie. The drinks are on Trump.
He's the hope of America.
And speaking of freaks, how about Lindsey Graham? Lindsey the Glider Graham. He says on TV here, he says that he's totally behind this war and that he's going back to South Carolina and he's going to ask them to send their sons and daughters to the Mideast. What I want you to do in the Mideast, my friends, in Saudi Arabia and other places, is step forward and say, this is my fight too. Yeah, Lindsey, give me some of what you're taking, okay? Give me some of what you're taking. You actually said this. I can't believe the people in South Carolina reelect this asshole who is willing to send his constituents' kids off to die for the Israeli cause, for the Israel cause, or for whatever they think it is, for the end of the world, or whatever these fucking crazy people think. Lindsey Graham, these hayseeds in South Carolina, boy, they must love you. They must love getting it up the wazoo lock. And hey, on the local scene, there's good news. We got March Madness coming to town here in the city with no pity. There's going to be, 8 games here, something like that. And it's great because it's going to help downtown. And downtown needs help. Ever since the pandemic a few years ago, people are not working downtown like they used to work. People are working at home now 3-4 days a week. And that's a lot of business that they lost, that these restaurants and bars lost after the pandemic. So this will really pump some much needed cash into the city with no pity's economy. Yeah. Basketball Jones. I got a basketball Jones. I got a basketball Jones. Ooh, baby. Ooh wee. Yeah. All right, so that's all I got for you. I could go on, but, I could tell you about the Oscars, but I fell asleep. To be honest with you, I fell asleep during the Oscars. My favorite part is when they show all the people that died. That's, half these movies. I think Sinners is the only one I saw. Also, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What was I going to tell you about that? Oh, the voting is in for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The fan voting, sadly, New addition has surpassed Phil Collins for first place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame vote. This is after Collins was on top the leaderboard for 3 weeks. Yes, people are not sick of Phil Collins, evidently. So he's number 2. He slipped to number 2. Then you've got Pink up there at number 3 with 461,000 votes, followed by Luther, my man Luther Vandross, In Excess, Sade, Billy Idol, the Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah, the Wu-Tang Clan. I got all their albums, man. So then it's Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill, Shakira, Iron Maiden, Melissa Etheridge, Oasis, the Black Crowes, Joy Division, and New Order, and Jeff Buckley at the bottom with 103,000 votes from the fans. That's all I got for you right now. That's the open bar for today. Love it, leave it, write your congressman. And, of course, it is also, as always, brought to you by Greasy Ernie's Taco Emporium and Burrito Haven, located somewhere on Hurdle Avenue. All right, listen, you can catch us on Apple Podcasts. We're streaming also on Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, YouTube. And, of course, we originate out of Podbean. Did I mention Apple? Yes. We're on all the major streaming devices, so share this Slickcast with your idiot friends, with your low-life friends, and remember, there's no life like low life. Until next time, remain calm, circle the wagons, go Bills, go Sabres. The Sabres are kicking ass. I'm becoming a Sabres fan, let me tell you. I've even got fucking MSG now. Yeah, I switched out the Cartoon Network for MSG. Live fast, die old, weed whiskey, and Warren Zevon. Peace out.
Hail to the king, baby.